Shalom. I want to start giving all praise to Yahweh, Basham Yahushai, Waharukakudash, double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone for teaching of scriptures, among other things, and salutations to all your Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and the truth. Shalom. So this is an article from last Friday, but as you can see on the picture, this isn't still from a film from an American fighter jet that was filming that a Chinese fighter jet was flying next to it, and of course, the propaganda how they do. The Americans were claiming that the Chinese fighter was very dangerous and unstable flying and this and that, But it's funny to see, because this is prophecy that's been unfolding in front of our eyes, and it's beautiful to see because China was considered not really a country, uh, is it that was capable for war. They used to be like a farming country, But yeah, you gotta keep in mind, for example, like America, aka Babylon the Great, they've been in war ever since I said it, these devils set foot on America. They've been in war. Whether it be a civilian war, yeah, within their own, and every country they go, they want to interfere. Grab the resources and basically fight with the people. So, and now you got countries like China, they be like, yeah, as you read in the article, it says that they were flying up to 3 meters next to it, and they didn't do nothing. Normally, America would shoot, they would just take the plane down and be like, yeah, there was a dangerous moment and this and that. We had to do this, blah, 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 blah. But they also well aware that these countries, because China, look, man, China got nuclear power also. They got missiles also, and they are buddy with Russia, And that's also another thing, Putin also said he's choosing side for Iran, which was easy to expect, because don't forget they also helped Syria, when America was there taking the poppy leaves and try to steal the oil from Syria and talking about the Taliban is there or ISIS or whatever, Then Russia came, they were there at least a year, I think even longer, and they couldn't defeat those rebels, But we all know it's all, they all set it up by themselves, but they couldn't defeat them. Then Russia started to interfere, and yeah, very quick it was done, And Turkey is also looking. So you see all these countries, they are picking sides, and of course Holland, the dumbass, so they want to send two fighter jets to Ukraine now. So that means they're gonna stay. Holland's gonna stay with one fighter jet. I don't know how many they got. The weak. The army of Holland is very weak, man. It's very weak, man. I think if Russia would attack Holland, Slovakia. If Russia would attack Holland, with a day it would be done, man. Soldiers also are pussies, man. Here in Holland, they don't have really mighty men in Holland, man. But let me just read the article a little bit. U.S. Chinese fighter plane came within 3 meters of American aircraft. The U.S. military says a Chinese warplane came too close to an American B-52 fighter plane on Tuesday. According to the Americans, the Chinese aircraft flew within 3 meters of the B-52 bomber. This happened during routine operations over the South Chinese Sea in international airspace, the Army reported. And that's also funny. So these Americans, they were flying over the South Chinese Sea. And then they talk about that's international airspace. You get me? The South Chinese Sea, and they flying above it and it be like this international airspace. What the fuck are you doing over there, to begin with? And that's funny That also explains why they didn't shoot, because if they would shoot there, they are very close to China, so it was easy for China to get that fighter jet down, and that's probably seen as an act of war. The action is clearly visible on public release images from the American army. Yeah, if you look up the article, you can watch the clip on YouTube, or maybe if you type it in, Chinese fighter jet next to American fighter jet or B-52 airplane, and then B-52 bomber, and then you will find it, because it's on YouTube. The Chinese pilot flew unsafely and unprofessional. You see that? This propaganda always, they're the terrorists, talking about other people's are terrorists, somebody want to defend themselves. For example, those Somalians pirates, they call them pirates. What this did they do? They were not allowed, those people were fishermen. They were not allowed to catch the fish in their own sea. They were not allowed to do that, but they have children to feed and stuff. So what options do they have? They see European ships from Europe and America coming over there, getting all the fish. Meanwhile, they are not allowed to fish in their own sea. Yeah, of course, they're gonna grab the people for money. But then they are terrorists, man. They shouldn't be doing that. Meanwhile, you're being robbed, So you gotta imagine that somebody's coming in your house, go to your fridge, eat all your food, you're hungry, and if you be like, okay, or you stand your ground, be like, nah, man, you can't get my food, this, that, you're a terrorist, your problem. that's what that's what America been doing, man. And it's funny, man. You got the other countries, from the UN, NATO, whatever, Europe also, a lot of countries, walking after the ass of America, and supporting them, in what they doing, But now you see all these countries, they've been sick and tired of it. This is the prophecies being unfolded, and it's beautiful, man. It's beautiful to see, man. So the Chinese pilot flew unsafely and unprofessional and displayed a poor airmanship. Yeah, yeah, beautiful, man. But flying uncontrollably at high speeds. You got it. These Chinese are very accurate, man. Look how they even march, with their army. You know how they go, man. Under, in front, and of close to the B-52, the Americans said. As a result, the planes were in danger of colliding with each other. The Indo-Pacific Command said it was concerned that the pilot did not realize how close he was to causing a collision. Earlier this month, the U.S. Defense Department said Chinese warplanes have flown close to U.S. fighters about 200 times since 2021. But according to Beijing, Washington is smearing the Chinese in this way, and that the Americans have political ulterior moves in doing so. Yeah, of course. Slack, yeah. The relationship between US and China has been tense for some time, partly due to the trade conflict between the countries, human rights issues, and the war in Ukraine. There is also the situation surrounding Taiwan. Yeah, of course. It's also a thing, yeah. Which Chinese sees as a renegade province, and the geopolitical battle over the South Sea. China claims large parts of the area, but other countries in the area also claim it. The sea is one of the busiest trade routes in the world. China and the US do maintain contact with each other. Yesterday, Chinese Foreign Minister Wang Yi began a 3-day visit to the US. He will speak there with Minister Blinken, that's a Dutch name, foreign affairs, among others. President Biden and Xi are also expected to meet at a later date. Yeah, but we see the prophecies unfolding in front of our eyes. But the thing is, like I mentioned in one of my other videos, everything, for everything is a season. The first thing that's gonna be is the RFID chip. The MOTB is going to be made mandatory, and then this world war. Mosai is putting all this is this. It's like a game of chess. Putting all these peons on the location that he wants them to be. And when it's due time, then the shit's gonna pop off, and Yahushua is gonna come back, at the same time. So let me see. This is the book of Joel, chapter 3, and verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war, wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. Beat your plowshares into swords, and your pruning hooks into spears. So, and that's a fine example what you see with China. It used to be a farming country. Now they got the newest weaponry. Boats, fighter jets, all kinds of shit. Let the weak say, I am strong. Yeah, that's what you see right now. You used to bully everybody. Now everybody be like, fuck you, man. They don't give shit. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause the mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Let the heathen be weakened and come up to the valley of Yahweh Shabbat, the valley of Yahweh's judgment, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Yeah, they're all gonna get it. Put you in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe. Come, get you down, for the press is full, for the fat's overflown, for the wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision, for the day of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Yeah, the book of Amos also talks about it. That the day of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushua is going to be very dark, man. This is the book of Amos, chapter 5 and verse 18. Woe unto you that decide the day of the Lord. So you got people talking about, day of the Lord, this and that, blah, 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 thinking, going to church, believing all that bullshit, Hey, it ain't going to be a happy day, Woe unto you that decide the day of the Lord. To what end is it for you? Yeah, what do you think is going to be for you? The day of the Lord is darkness and not light, as if a man did flee from a lion, and a bear met him, or went into the house and leaned his hand on the wall, and a serpent bite him. So that means terror is going to be in all sides. Shall not the day of the Lord be darkness and not light, even very dark and no brightness in it? Yeah, there you have it. Another thing, when Yahushua is come back, he's gonna judge everybody, man. This is the book of Revelations, chapter 22, and verse 12. And behold, so these are the words of Yahushua. And behold, I come quickly, and my reward is with me, to give every man, and you women also are included, man. Don't get it twisted. To give every man according as his work shall be. So you gotta look for yourself. If you think you can, by your doings, that you have a chance for salvation, or that you're gonna be missile food, or you're gonna be blessed to power by a laser beam from the chariot, or a 2/3 piece of shit is gonna slice you open, or a heathen gonna get you, because that's also things that gonna happen, nation against nation, race wars also gonna pop off, It's a book of Zephaniah chapter 3 verse 8. Therefore wait ye upon me, said Yahweh, until the day that I rise up to the prey, for my determination is to gather the nations, that I may assemble the kingdoms, to pour upon them mine indignation, and indignation is righteous anger, even all my fierce anger, for all the earth shall devour it with the fire of my jealousy. So, and that's talking about the laser beams that's gonna be shot from the chariots, So these peons gonna worry about laser beams, and ain't gonna worry about that petty shit about an airplane or fighter jet that's flying too close. This is the book of another thing is, hey, the Mosai is gonna start with his own people first, He's gonna start with his own people first, and the majority of the people need to die, man. Wicked pieces of shit. This is the book of First Peter chapter 4 verse 17. For the time is come that judgment must begin at the house of Yahweh Ba'asham Yahushai, And if it first begin at us, what shall the end be of them that obey not the gospel of the Most High? Yeah. So first the elect's gonna be judged, of the hopeful elect, first they're gonna be judged, Yahweh Ratazah, part of that number, and then the rest of the nation of Israel, hey, a lot of our people need to die, man. A lot of our people are stuck in wickedness, man. Bullshit. And if the righteous scarcely be saved, where shall the ungodly and the sinner appear? Wherefore let them that suffer according to the will of Yahweh commit the keeping of their souls to him in a well-doing as unto a faithful creator. So, the elect is scarcely gonna make it. So what about those who don't want to follow the law, statutes, and commandments, who don't want to please Yahweh Basham Yahushai? Amen. Those people gonna be in a very bad situation, man. Let me see. This is the book of 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Most High as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years as one day. And that's also a thing that you got to keep in mind, So we might think that things going to take very long, but 1,000 years is just one day for the Most High. So yeah, and of course it's going to look like a long time, but the thing is, we see those things going on right in front of our eyes, so that's showing us, that it is around the corner. That's a fact. Let me see. 2 Peter chapter 3 verse 9. Yahweh is not slack concerning his promise, and some men count slackness, but is long suffering to usward, not willing that any should perish, but that all should come to repentance. But the day of Yahweh Basham Yahushai will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise. And the thing is, Yahweh Ratazah, we as watchmen, we see that day coming, but the majority of the people, the heathens and our people, they gonna, find themselves in a fucked up surprise, But the day of Yahweh Hashem Yahushua will come as a thief in the night, in the which the heavens shall pass away with a great noise, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. Yeah, that's what these lasers beams and this nuclear missiles are going to do, man. The earth also and the works that are therein shall be burned up. Seeing then all these things shall be dissolved, what manner of person ought ye to be in all holy conversations and godliness, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, where in the heavens being on fire, looking for and hasting unto the coming of the day of Yahweh Basham Yahushai, wherein the heavens being on fire shall be dissolved, and the elements shall melt with fervent heat. So yeah, Yahweh Ratazah, I said that we're gonna receive that salvation, not gonna give up because we're very close, and of course, they're gonna do some things, putting people in debt, as you see here, Holland is one of the countries when the energy bill is the highest in concerning other countries from Europe, if you I said it. If you look at other countries, we here is more expensive. So a lot of people, struggling to make ends meet, and there's gonna come a certain points that they're gonna give you an option, before they're gonna make the MOTB mandatory. They're gonna give people options, like if you take it, and maybe they're gonna be like, okay, then your bills gonna be done away with, your debts gonna be done away with, things like that, Esau got always strict, like the book of Psalm 60, chapter 64 says, the thought of him is deep, he goes deep, and he knows that he had but a short time. That's why he's been speeding up all these things, So meanwhile, everybody be looking at Gaza, he's setting everything and getting everything in order for the MOTB, Yeah. That's what it is, yeah. So I'm gonna leave it like that. So with that, I want to give all praise to Yahweh, Ba'asham Yahweh Shai, Baharuka Kudash, a double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone for teaching us scriptures, among other things, and salutations to Akim across the earth for doing this work in sincerity and in truth. So with that, I'm gonna say Shalom.